What's up, guys? Hope you're keeping well. Welcome back to another video. This time something that needs doing on the Golf. It's been a couple of months due now, and it's just finding the time to do it and the weather to do it because it's been so cold. But we are replacing the brake discs on the Golf. So as you can see, the beast is parked there, and those discs have been on there, guys, since I've built this car in 2016, around there. And the brake pedal has a weird feel to it. Since I replaced the pads, I've got EBC red stuff ceramic pads on there. The brakes have never felt great, you know what I mean? So I think, looking at it now, I should have actually replaced the brake discs and pads together, which is something you normally do, replace both of them to make things a lot fresher and feel better, basically. So yeah, that's the goal today. I'm not going to do too much talking, because I find when I talk through too much of these videos, the blabbering ends up making the videos way too long, because I'm trying to over explain stuff when in simple terms some of the stuff doesn't need to be explained, basically. So yeah, that's the goal today. So yeah, I'm going to try and shut up as much as I can and get on with this job today. And hopefully, if you guys want to do this, it's a tutorial on how to do it. Now, if you guys don't know what these Golf Mark 4s, I think the standard brakes on a 150 bhp car are the 288mm. I might be wrong, but I'll put it on the screen. I think they're 288mm, and I'm running 312mm discs, and I think they must be much better. They come on the 180 bhp versions of these Mark 4 Golfs, and all you need to do with that, it's the same caliper, but you just need to replace the carrier for a bigger carrier to compensate for the 312. So yeah, if you want to do a cheap brake upgrade, I'd say it's worth it to just get a bigger carrier on eBay and get bigger discs, the 312 discs, because you can actually use your original calipers. You don't need to change the actual calipers, just the carriers and the discs. Anyway, I'm already starting to blabber. Let me get on with this. Alright, just before I get wrenching on this car, these are M-Tech 312 discs, just in case. I will put a link in the description if you guys are after these. And as you can see, that is the part numbers on there. So yeah, cup of coffee and off we go. Get the caffeine pumping. Let's go. Oh my god, those discs look gone. You can kind of see these brakes only are holding on like by that bit. So yeah, these discs are pretty much cooked. Bang that out. Bang those other two. Right, let's take out our clip that holds these brakes. Don't want to scratch my calipers, so one side out. Sorry guys, you can't see this, but two sides out. That's our clip out of there. Something to hang this up. Ideally, you see my screwdriver's already got gaffer tape on there so that we don't scratch stuff. Always thinking. Right, just got some cable here. This is just normal speaker cable or copper cable. Tie it to the spring, get it out the way. that. You know, it's the best way to leave it there. Now we just need to get this carrier off, and then we can work on our disc. This is still okay. I don't want to strip this thing. This is going to be a problem. I don't want to damage this again. Sorry about this long bar, but it's the only way to do it, guys. Trust me, this. You can see the carrier is already falling off, so if you do want to upgrade your brakes to the bigger ones, guys, this is what you need. A bigger carrier. Right, and there we have our bigger carrier. Next is this bugger now. Now this usually, there is one of these locating screws that holds this thing in place to make life easier. Let's hope that comes out. If it comes out okay, we are laughing. If it doesn't come out okay, we are crying. Fingers crossed. Please. Oh, thank God. Right, guys, that is one disc that is completely gone. I mean, I don't know what's happened to this thing. Don't even know how the car was managing to rotate with this, but that is our disc out, guys. Now we just have to clean there up with a wire brush, make sure that's all nice and clean. Copper grease behind there, bang the new one on, and we're good to go. Alright guys, my next best friend, this stuff, I buy so much of this at Eurocapas. I must think I'm flipping drinking this stuff, how much I buy. But I'm gonna use the brake cleaner to get rid of, there's an oil that they put on all these new discs, and you can pretty much see it on my fingers there. And they put that oil to protect it from rusting, you know, so it looks brand new when it arrives to every customer or whatever. But what I'm gonna do is use that brake cleaner to get rid of that film, and then we'll copper grease our hub, right? And then we'll screw that in nicely, hopefully, and get on with the rest, the reverse of everything else, really. Hopefully that. Don't go. No. No. That's my tin gone. Anyway, that is now gonna dry, and we should be good to fit that. Next step, copper grease. Just gonna put some on here, because if we ever need to take this disc off, it can literally weld itself to here with corrosion. So it's always good just to put a film of this stuff. I've always done it and I've never had problems, so that's the reason why I just keep doing it, you know. Right, so now we need our locating screw. Again, with that, even I always put a little dot of copper grease on there, because next time we need to take this out, it won't be a pain in the backside. What I'm going to do is brake clean our caliper as well. Just shoot some brake cleaner on there, get all that crap off of there, and do the reverse of everything I've just done. So we'll put back our carrier, then our caliper. Then obviously we're going to have to compress our caliper because we've got more meat on the disc, and obviously the pads are new anyway. We're going to have to compress that slightly so that it can fit nice and snug, and then move on to the other side. Right guys, just a quick pointer off camera. What I just did is I just sanded these pads because this one had been eaten up a little bit unevenly. Not anything too major, but you know, I just sanded both of them just so we got a nice fresh surface to bite into the new discs, you know what I mean? So that is a handy tip. One of my good friends said to me, just sand the pads as long as they're okay. And yeah, so I just did that. So I'll copper grease these. I did make a video on this anyway, but I'm going to put a little bit of copper grease in the sliders there and on the sliders of the actual caliper, just so that everything's lubed up nicely, and then fit everything back. Let's hope. Right, have to push this thing back. It's gonna be fun. Right, the last thing I forgot to connect, guys, see? Working too fast, yeah. Forgot to connect our brake wear thing, indicator thing, so we'll connect that up. Bang, we are done. We are done. Look at that, guys. Look at that. Fresh new MTech 312 disc on there. And yeah, everything's connected up. Just put our spring retainer thing on there. These always end up bloody scratching or whatever, but yeah, that looks sweet. Connected up our indicator, which we forgot, and yeah, that's what that looks like. Now I've got to do that on the other side, so I'm not yet done, but yeah, I'm not going to show you guys the other side. I'll catch up with you guys once I'm done with both sides, and then we might even take the Golf out on a little spin and brake test just to see if it's made a change, because the brakes were feeling horrible. Right, we are out in the Golf. Quick test drive. I don't drive this car very much, so I thought let me put my foot down and see how it's doing. Second gear. Brake test. Yeah, the brakes definitely feel a bit better, but obviously they still have to bed in properly. So let's have a feel. Yeah, that's not too bad. Let's try and give it another second gear pull if we can. My foot down, just giving it space, build up some space, because this thing picks up speed quite fast. And go. Yeah, they do feel a lot better, because before there was a spongy feel and not enough bite. So I think that's probably gonna help this car. Now obviously they have to bed in, as I just mentioned 2 seconds ago, and we'll probably do another test and see how they are. But yeah, as for now, she's good. Alright, we are home, and old girl is still bedding in. As you can see, not all the meat is touching on that disc, and you can actually hear them cooling down now. Listen, I don't know if you can hear that. So yeah, good little cycle that I took it for. And let's see the other side. Yeah, same with the other side. Not all is biting yet, but hopefully overall she will be better. Hope you've enjoyed this video, guys. I will catch up with you guys soon again. Take it easy. Cheers. Bye.